welcome to a Wow embossing powder video. I'm Christine, and in today's video we're gonna sort of play around with an alternative version to the glue stick polka dots that I showed you a little while back. I also said that you can have use a smaller glue stick or a larger glue stick, but if you don't have a glue stick in your stash, you can get similar results just by using your PVA glue and one of these little finger daubers as well, and it works really nicely to create a background. So when Brennan Keen's recent collection launched a few months back, I'd created this card using the technique of PVA glue and a finger dauber. This was actually using the Wisteria Wonder colour from the collection, but I was in love with this beautiful Buttercup Blossom, so I want to do a yellow polka dot version. It's very like spring and summery kind of colours, yellow polka dots onto white, so I want to do a yellow polka dot version in this video. I just thought it's a fun technique that if you don't have a glue stick in your stash, I'm sure everybody has a white kind of PVA glue that they use for sticking things down, and if you don't have a finger dauber, you could use like the rubber on the end of your pencil. You could even just use your finger if you want to, just do a fingerprint blob as well, rather than actually having to use a sponge. But I just thought it's an alternative kind of method to do this technique. So what we want to do is start with our white cardstock panel. Then we want to take some PVA glue, and I'm just squeezing some of this out onto some backing paper from some double-sided. You can do it straight onto your mat as well, but just because I'm filming a video, it's easier not to have to clean up glue in between. So I'm just squeezing out a nice amount of glue onto here. And then I'm just using one that I've previously used for yellow ink because we're doing yellow polka dots, but a clean one, an old one. You can wash this out as well. Even if you've used glue with it, you can wash it out straight away, and then you can still use this for other projects afterwards as well. So we've loaded up our finger dauber with some glue, and then we're literally just going to press and like twist and give ourselves a polka dot. I also thought it's quite good using a dirty one because you can see where I'm going with the polka dots rather than it just being the white glue. So I'm going to do maybe about half of the panel, then we'll get the powder onto it, and then we can do the other half of the panel as well, just so that we're getting the most powder that we can onto any areas of the glue, because some areas will be thicker than others, especially right in the centre. You kind of get a thinner amount. But if you didn't want this textured effect, you can just use a finger dauber and your embossing ink pad and do it that way and just have really flat polka dots. Or if you wanted a more textured effect, you could try doing this method with texture paste, or you could just use a nice polka dot kind of stencil with texture paste and get a more dimensional version. And I have shown you before the differences between leaving texture paste to dry versus heating it straight away as well, for the different effects that you can get. But we're just gonna dump a load of this beautiful Buttercup colour onto our glue, and you can see how well that has picked that up. And we'll just decant this back into our pot and carry on with our polka dot background. Going to need a bit more glue out, so just squeeze a bit more out onto my bit of non-stick. Okay, and then add some more polka dots. I'm trying to stick to a rough kind of offset polka dot pattern because that's how I did the original, and I really like how that turned out, but it doesn't have to be perfect. I think it kind of looks nice if it looks a little bit more handmade and it's not 100% perfectly following a grid kind of pattern. But if you did want it to, you could use your ruler and mark out, you know, where the centre of each of your polka dots you want to be with a pencil, and then go straight over the top with your glue as well afterwards if you want it to be more perfect. But I think that is going to do it really. So let's bring in our scrap paper again. Give this a shake because we've added it back into the pot, and it has got a mixture of two different colours in this powder. And then we can add more of that over the top and then tip off our excess. And then we're going to heat set this from above with the lowest setting on our heat tool. And normally you may think, well, we'd go from underneath to heat this, but because we've actually put glue on here, we're not going to risk blowing any particles off. And I think it's going to give a better effect to heat the powder on top rather than really bubbling the glue from heating it from underneath. So we're going from the top to heat all of our polka dots. So hopefully you can see there that gorgeous dimensional effect that you get from using the PVA glue. But if you didn't want it to be quite so like bubble up and then settle back down again, you can leave the powder to dry on top of the glue and then come back and heat the powder afterwards once the glue has dried, and you'll get a slightly smoother effect. Or like I said earlier, if you just use your embossing ink pad, you'll get smoother, flatter kind of dots on the background as well. And you can go slightly closer together. I think on the original I've gone slightly closer together with the polka dots, whereas I've spread them out a little bit further on the yellow ones for this card. And then to finish this off, I've cut the same sentiment because I really like how that looked on here, but instead of just doing it white onto vellum, I've cut a mixture of things so we can see which looks better. So I do usually always go with vellum, but I'm thinking this time maybe if I shadow it with yellow. So I've cut one from yellow and then I've cut one from white, and if I shadow them together, I think maybe that's going to look the best. But I've also cut this sort of pointy circle out from white as well to see if we wanted to completely obliterate the background. But I actually like the polka dots showing through the vellum, so I am going to go with the vellum. And I've just got to decide, do I want just yellow, just white, or white with a yellow drop shadow? And I think the white with the yellow drop shadow is going to look really good. And we'll have to see once I've stuck this down whether we think it needs any wordies on it. I don't know whether it will, but let's stick this down. So I've layered this up and I'm just going to stick that in the centre like so. And I think we could definitely leave it like that. We could maybe add some butterflies, but I think I will go with the original idea of adding some wordies on, because my mum's favourite colour is yellow, so I'll probably give this to her for her birthday. So I've got the Best Mum set of wordies, and I'm thinking we could do happy, or for a lovely mum. Maybe we could do I love you so much, happy birthday to you for a lovely mum. That could work as a quite nice sort of stacked up sentiment. So let's do for a lovely mum, and then I love you so much. Yeah, I think that'll work really nicely. It just kind of adds a little bit of darkness into it and a little bit of another kind of colour. You could also then add in like a doodly stitched black pen border if you want to bring more black into it. You could have even cut the sentiment from black as well to make that sort of stand out on there too. So I'm just going to stick these down as well. And because we're sticking this onto the embossing powder, I'm going to put a couple of magnets on there just whilst the glue dries to hold that down. And then I think we're going to put some 3D foam on the back of the sentiments as well. So I can just cut some really thin strips. And then we can do I love you so much, happy birthday to you for a lovely mum. And we could actually have them hitting the edge of the card maybe. Maybe they don't need to. Maybe we'll have them, which means this one needs to be a bit shorter. Yeah, I think that like that looks really good. And I'm going to do a bit of glue as well, just because we're going over different surfaces and stuff. It'll be a little bit better for it to grip if it's got a bit of glue under there as well. Okay, and then I'm just going to add that to a white card blank. So there we have our finished card, just a really, really simple technique that creates a really fun and funky kind of background, and this could be all different colours of embossing powder. You can do it closer together to make it like more full of a background. You could do them onto a coloured card blank as well, rather than just doing it onto white too. You could even layer up another colour in between these, maybe with a smaller ink dauber as well, if you've got one of those in your stash too. But I just thought this was a fun background technique that's kind of like a different variation on the glue stick polka dots that I showed you before, in case you don't have a glue stick in your stash. So really hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye!